This is definitely, what is it? A hot chocolate?
Hot chocolate.
Wow. Check it out.
I just want a compilation of me blowing into the mark. That's what I'm doing this whole thing for.
Everyone I know was changing jobs or stepping off the career ladder.
3.6 million Americans quit their
It's all
jobs.
because of the so-called Great Resignation.
Great resignation.
I know what I want out of my career. Might as well just make the move.
41% of the world's working population is planning to switch this
One
year.
in 3 employees are considering leaving their
More
job.
than 4 million workers quit their jobs.
Should you consider quitting too?
Right, season 1, crazy. Time flies. It feels like it was just yesterday that I started filming this.
Crazy. Who would have thought?
So this is your favorite show, Nope, I'm Out, where we encourage you to throw in the towel, we'll inspire you to give up, and hopefully we'll actually push you to quit that job, experience, situation that's just not serving you anymore. I'm here with my good friend, Amenyah. You wanna introduce yourself?
Sure, why not? I mean, you said my name already.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Man's out here. I do my my streaming. I do a bit of YouTube here and there.
Here and there. There's like hundreds of thousands of
a
millions
few bits
of
and
views.
bobs. A few bits and bobs.
The
here
bits
and
are
there.
bobbing, that's the thing. That's the thing. So I think before we get into it, because you're a gamer, we'll start off with a little game.
Sure.
So someone's gonna pick a random letter, shout it please. N,
Okay.
right? And then I'm just gonna pick a topic. I promise you I have not rehearsed this
No problem.
before, right?
I'll take your word for it.
And we just have to go back and forth, basically.
Okay,
yeah?
on what?
So countries. 3,
Okay.
2.
Are you starting?
Huh? I'll let my guest start this time.
Okay.
I think the last guest is going to be quite annoyed because I started. So I'll just set a timer and I'm kind of...
Is that a time or is that Google?
This is a timer.
No problem.
How
Just making
how
sure.
did the YouTube... Hold on, wait.
They go like that. And what is that other hand there doing?
I don't know. But you lot have seen 0. We're going to start. We're doing countries. 3, 2, 1, go.
Nigeria.
Oh, wait, hold on, wait.
Oh.
It's not starting.
VAR. How many seconds is this?
No, wait.
Was that the one that you wanted to say?
No, it's not starting.
Oh.
It's actually not starting, though. Okay, wait. Oh.
We'll be checking that one.
Why is it just doing 30 seconds? Oh, wait.
Are you on stopwatch or are you on...
Hey, stopwatch, I was on timer. Okay, well, I'll let you have it though. Don't worry, you've got Nigeria.
No worries.
It's fine. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, is it me again?
Yes.
I said Nigeria, no?
Nicaragua.
Namibia.
Napoli.
I beg your pardon?
It's definitely not a country, is it?
Napoli. Coming from Serie A and whatnot. What's this?
It's definitely not a country.
That's bad.
All right, round 1. That's round 1. We're going to go again.
Wait, so you lost?
No.
No, you lost because I was going to say Niger afterwards, so you lost.
How did I not even think about that?
Poor from you.
How did I say Napoli as well?
Yeah, that's actually bad. Even the pronunciation, Napoli.
That is a screamer. Wow. I feel like we have to go again though. But I will screenshot this.
What, different letter?
Different topic.
Okay.
Different topic. Food.
Of a different letter?
Or should we do cars? Animals.
There ain't that many animals like that, That...
Huh? Oh, there are. They're definitely there. Food. All right, someone pick a letter.
Just in general, like that you eat.
Yeah. Oh. I feel like countries. I like countries though.
You can do countries with a different letter if you want.
Okay, countries. R. Okay, I'm starting.
Feel free.
Yeah. Russia.
Rwanda. What's wrong with that? It's not coming.
No, wait.
Your time might be up still.
No, wait. Why is it like this though? Why is it that like when you need to think of these like things?
So are you out, by the way?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
We're not doing this again.
Romania.
We're not doing this again.
You tried though.
Romania. What would I have said? Did you say Rwanda?
Correct.
Oh. I don't know. Anyway, fairs. Anyway, I'm not gonna lie. That second one is not counting. That second one is not counting. I'm gonna
keep that footage though. Keep that footage.
I'm gonna do the first one. Cool. Let's dive right into it. When was the last time? How can I dive into a question and that's when you decide to drink?
Because you were asking the question.
Yeah, so
whilst
you're gonna think about
asking,
it.
I'm preparing
Cool.
to have my hot chocolate.
When was the last time that you said? There's a reason why Anyway, there's a reason why that's funny. But when was the last time that you said, nope, I'm out?
Probably my masters. There's a whole long story to that one. I started my masters 2020. That's when the whole pandemic was about and whatnot.
Just in case you forgot.
Yeah, just in case you forgot. Everything was like on Zoom and like all these Google classes, whatever.
What was it in, if you don't mind?
Economics.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Economics, which is a continuation from my
undergrad.
Yeah. But it was at Queen Mary instead. So then I got the whole email about the whole like making the squad TV stuff or whatever, blah, blah, blah. I'm sure we'll speak
Online
about that
learning.
at some point.
Yeah.
So I got the email that there's like a TV show being recorded in Germany. Do I want to roll through? And obviously I've just started my masters at this point.
Yeah.
But then they said like young Phillies there. I was like, yeah, go on.
So you just got an email?
I just
About a
finished
TV show.
streaming one day and I got an email and usually I get these generic ones that's like, hello, name.
Yeah.
What a fantastic stream that was.
Yeah.
Care to, have a look at this brand that I have?
Yeah.
But this one, like, he was speaking about what happened in the stream. So I was like, okay, he was watching. And he was like, yeah, there's a TV show and Young Philly's hosting. I didn't even read any of
Anything
the rest
else?
of it.
You just saw Young Philly.
Get me there.
Could have been anything.
I didn't know about prize money. I didn't know about like esports or whatever. They were saying like, do you want to play, like, do you mind this on Xbox? I told them, like, I play PlayStation, but if you want it to be on PC
We can
or
do
DS
it.
or
We can do
whatever,
it.
like,
Yeah,
that's fine, isn't
Yeah.
it? So obviously, when I found out about the whole prize money and long-term contract thing, it was like,
Just run it back though for the people that like don't know what you're talking about. This competition. Yeah.
It's like The Apprentice, but for
Gamers.
Yeah, or streamers or whatever in general. So you would have like real life challenges, like bouncy castle, obstacle courses, whatever, random stuff in public and whatnot. And one person gets eliminated from the house like every week or whatever, as they see it on TV. And the winner gets a contract with G2, which is, in my opinion, the biggest organization for esports in the world.
Isn't their logo like red as well? Is there not some red? So is this
yeah.
branding that like I'm seeing?
Yeah. Maybe. You never know.
Yeah, G2, for people that don't know, are like, it is quite literally the biggest like esports platform in the world. Like the most popular like gamers, like everybody knows who it is. I don't even know what to compare it to. Like in other industries, it's...
I would call it the PSG of esports. As in them, man, if they want to sign like a professional player, they can go and drop like genuine, like millions of real money to go and just buy someone and poach them from their rivals. Them and they do whatever they want.
Crazy.
So
you get this email and obviously you see the keywords Young Philly. And then what happens next?
I told him, like, I'm on it, get me on board. I showed my mum it and she was like, yeah, this is therefore some scam.
It's a scam, innit?
What kind of scam? She started like researching the brother that emailed me. He's like from London as well. He's like, I guess the one that scouted people for the show. They just literally watch bare streams and they pick 10 of like the most entertaining streamers or whatever. It wasn't like who's the biggest bang out at FIFA or who's like a massive sweat. Obviously, like my thing, I don't just stream with like the lights off and I'm just in silence. Like it's more about entertaining and whatever.
It's your personality.
Yeah, exactly. So fast forward like a month or two now, we're there in Berlin. I meet everyone. Obviously, I didn't tell anyone from my streams or my viewers or whatever. I didn't tell nobody what's going on because it's all a secret. So we're there now. The whole situation takes place. Like we go through the rounds. We're playing the FIFA. We're doing the challenges. And then it gets to a point where I was like, I might actually win this thing.
Yeah.
Like, because initially I'm just there like, let me have one episode that they say...
Wait.
Go on.
Before you go on with this competition, I just want to take it like way back. We're going to come back.
No problem. We jump back and forth.
We're going to take it way back. Way back. So you are what would you call yourself? Because I want to say gamer, but I feel like that doesn't quite encompass.
No, I would say just...
Extraordinaire.
Entertainer. Call me entertainer if that works.
Entertainer.
That's fine by me.
So when did you get into gaming?
Gaming, like in terms of content creation and gaming in general is different because gaming is like 2001 or whatever. Like you get a PS2 and you're...
Because the reason why I'm asking is because like one of the earliest moments I have of you. So for the viewers that don't know, we went to school together. Basically, I won't tell you what part of the educational system we were in. We could have been in primary school. We could have been in night school. Like you won't know. So we went to school together, and one of the earliest moments I have of you and gaming is when we thought we won the lottery. So I need you to tell the viewers this story.
No problem.
As it happened.
Sure. Do I name the other person involved? Or
there was another person
involved. Okay, no problem. No problem. So it was one, I don't know, fantastic Tuesday afternoon, shall we say. We're in the library of our school, if you will, and there's a magazine. We've opened it, and what do you know? A scratch card falls out.
Yeah.
I think it was you that actually did the scratching.
100%.
You did the scratching.
I think I had like a 2p coin.
Yeah.
Like
that
I've
way was
never
guaning.
scratched
It was guaning.
Oh.
And then obviously it's a library, so like it's a bit quiet, and like, people are doing their homework or whatever. Then you've shown it. You're like, yo, like we've won like 10 racks. Then we're looking around like that, like make sure no one's looking. Cause if it gets robbed, we're looking around like that.
Yeah.
And I think it was the company whose magazine it was. I knew someone that worked there.
You're moving it too forward.
Okay.
You need to slow it down.
The rest of the day,
exactly.
The rest of the day, cool. We're walking around,
We were moving booty.
looking at everyone like.
Exactly. Look at these people studying for their exams.
You buying your £1.50 burger?
They don't know we're rich.
All right, man. All right. I'll see you at the shard. So we're living our life. We're filling up our Amazon baskets or whatever baskets 100%. Online and whatnot. We think we're breaded. We're planning like how we're going to invest
I'm going to do with the money.
Maybe buy some houses or whatever. I get home now. I'm still gassed. I've not said anything. I'm keeping it quiet. I'm making sure like
we were like we can't tell anyone.
Yeah. Otherwise, if someone comes and rips up out of jealousy, long day. So we're just there now thinking.
We were planning for our enemies.
Yeah. It was like we'll split it evenly because this person found the scratch card, this person scratched it, whatever. Fine, no problem.
Yeah. Because I was. Listen, that's a good point. Because as soon as I noticed that we had won money, I was like, I just needed to make it clear. I'm the one that scratched these numbers out.
No problem.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? That piece of labor, I have to be compensated for. That was the first thing I said before any one of you tried to. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
And had you not scratched it, maybe that would not have happened.
Maybe wouldn't have.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly. Schrodinger's, you know what I mean? You never know.
Them ones there.
You never know.
The Mandela effect and all that stuff.
This is what I'm trying to say. So we've done it now. We've clocked, okay, we've won a lot of money. Was it not in the millions?
No, I think it was in like, I think it was 100K, I think it was. A millions would have been too like unrealistic. I think it was like 100K or something like that.
I just remember like 333 because there were 3 people. And I remember once we split the amount, it was like 3. So it had to have been that kind of number. Do you get what I mean? If not 100K, a million. Do you get what
I think it was 100K because we were thinking about like.
But 100K was big money at that time.
It's still big money. I don't know. I don't know what you're on, but me personally,
100K is a lot of money. 100K is a lot of money. It is, yeah. So we find this thing now. We all go home and whatnot, and then you get the idea to contact someone that works at the magazine where I found the scratch card.
Correct.
Then what happens then?
Yeah. So I've called her now, and I'm like, yo, like, we just won like 100K from your like magazine thing, and she was like, oh yeah, I got bad news for you. Like they put that scratch card in every single magazine so that people just keep on buying it. I was like, yeah, long day. So I told you, man.
At this point,
we're still there Googling, making sure like,
on how I'm getting to Kensington. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
I'm just there like, no, maybe that's the one that you sell, This one is legit. Like we've scratched it. It's not the fake one. Maybe that's what you think, Don't be a hater, innit? I've Googled it now. Yeah. It's just everyone saying that, I got some fake scratch card.
I remember when you told me, I saw the message.
You just thinking like, nah, you're lying.
I just clutched my maths book. I said, back to reality.
Let me just go and revise.
Let me just go in because obviously, like, but for like a good 24 hours, we genuinely thought, you know what I mean?
Breaded.
And it's funny because again, like those are the types of games or like just scenarios basically that we'd get in at like that part of our lives. But then fast forward, you're actually in a competition where you can win like real money. You know what I mean? And that's just like, that's insane. That's insane. So in between like this competition and like school and everything like that, you're gaming. You're definitely playing FIFA.
Yeah. No, it was a thing where I I would bang out FIFA just how everyone else does, yeah? Like, obviously you take it as a matter of pride that you're better than your boys at FIFA, innit?
Yeah.
Like, you play them, you beat them, you speak about it for the next few months or whatever. Then, I think I started the whole YouTube thing, 3rd year of uni.
Yeah.
When I was abroad in Netherlands.
Some place beginning with R,
Rotterdam.
ironically. Yeah.
Yes. I was in Rotterdam.
Yeah.
And the yard I had was like, I was living by myself, innit? So there was sometimes I was like, can't lie, like I'm mad bored or whatever. Sometimes people would fly from ends and whatnot. But if I'm on my ones, I'm like, let me just record a little something. I opened like a few packs or whatever on FIFA. I got like a bit lucky. So I was like, let me slap that on YouTube. And people just started backing it. Like, they were like, yo, this brother's funny, whatever, whatever. So I start making more and more like videos, not with like a setup like this with all these lightings and that.
I learned from you. That's the thing. That someone has to do it first. There has to be a Wiley before they can be a Dave. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I had a little pizza box here.
Yeah.
And I'll put my phone like leaning against like
the Domino's
like
cookie,
a mug like
the
that.
Domino's cookie box.
Yeah, no, the whole pizza,
box.
the whole box,
Yeah.
the whole box. And I'd lean my phone against it, and then I'd record myself from there for the first like 2 years of YouTube. So bare people think you gotta like get a whole setup with like a Sony camera or whatever camera, please, Brandon, whatever. I don't know what your
love
rules
Sony
are.
cameras.
We love Sony,
Yeah.
great. So I was just recording, and then it got to a point where like some of the videos that I was making, the bigger FIFA creators, if you will, they were like showing it on their stream, saying like, yo, this is bare funny. And I'm getting messages like, yo, someone's watching this on stream. And at that point, I don't really watch Twitch at all. Like, I wasn't watching anyone live. I would watch YouTube videos here and there. And I'm like, let me try this streaming thing then.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
So now, but this is now me in final year, like
Yeah.
back home in England now. In final year, I've started streaming. My parents don't know, 'cause obviously, I'm living again in somewhere not in London.
Yes, somewhere else, yeah.
Somewhere else that's not in London.
Yeah.
So whenever they'd like come to visit or whatever, all my computer and webcam, it get dashed into like a storage room.
Yeah.
Nothing was there, nothing was happening. And it just started to grow like quite fast, because I think one of the main things with streaming is that like you have to be engaging. Somebody could come in and within like 5 seconds, if you're just silent or you have like a bad first impression, they'll just dip. They're not even gonna go and say like, hi, how are you or whatever.
Yeah.
So it went from there, more and more people started to like watch it and back it on Twitter and whatever. And then that's how it ended up to the level where people are scouting it or
Scouting
whatever
you for
to
a competition.
Yeah.
I always find it interesting when I speak to people whose journeys that I've genuinely watched, basically, because whenever they're retelling it,
Yeah.
they're skipping over loads of stuff, basically.
We only have, I don't know how much time we have. I can go for like 5 hours.
So this is the thing. So it's like, you're talking about Twitch, but even YouTube was a whole journey in and of itself.
Yeah.
So like, there's definitely like the FIFA side of YouTube, and people were doing things that became quite like routine, for example, the same types of videos, basically.
Yeah.
But then you do like split or still.
Yeah. That was the whole Golden Balls thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. You were on that one.
Precisely.
You were
So
on that
let's
one.
dig into that.
Yeah. No, so for me, it was like, I don't want to be the same as everyone else that just sits there, open packs, Ronaldo, Messi, wow, I'm so happy about that. Nah, man. I want it to be something different, but also like funny to watch or whatever. So obviously, we slyly nabbed the idea of like Golden Balls from the TV show and made it into a FIFA thing where we see people like, I guess, robbing each other of FIFA coins and that. So I was just doing that for a while, and obviously people want to be on that show. So more people are following and telling the boys like, yo, I was on this show, I was on that show. It just gets like, it's more engaging than me just sitting there on my ones, like opening packs,
There's like a community, basically. and like people actually aspire, as you say, to like take part in it.
Yeah, so that was like the first series or whatever that I had on YouTube. And then it became more of, I was doing like parody videos of the bigger YouTubers that were already there. That's the ones that like took off like mad. Like I used to get maybe, I don't know, if I get like even like 100 views or whatever, like your guess, like 100 people, that's bare. One video overnight, 100K, I woke up, my phone was just doing like chuku 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 chuku. Like, you know when your phone is hot? Because like it's just burning, fam. It's just comments everywhere. And obviously me, again, I like to engage. I was replying to every single one.
Yeah.
And then that's when people started to watch it on their streams, and they were like, yeah, this guy's bare funny. But at the time, like, they're all like, who is this guy? Like, I don't know who this brother is.
Yeah.
Whereas fast forward today, like, I'm cool with a lot of them.
Yeah, he's being very humble here. Being very, very
I don't know
humble.
what.
Yeah.
Man, I'm just telling the truth of the story. So no one knows who I am. But I've just posted some funny videos, and in the end, I started Twitch. And for the first like month, I guess because I had a YouTube thing, it wasn't like I had no viewers. I had like a cool 10 or 15 viewers every time I streamed, because people followed me from the last 2 years. And also you would get guys come in like, I swear I seen you.
Yeah.
You're the guy that did that video, innit? I'm like, yeah, I'm the guy that did that video. But then I stopped those because I don't want to be the guy that made that video. I just want to be me. Like,
There's
no impersonation thing.
There's definitely something I think is like super cool to get into at this point, because I remember when you first started, even when you first started YouTube, when you first started Twitch, it's like your friends in the beginning that are like supporting like what you're doing basically. And then like one thing I love to ask like people in your like position at that point is like, at what point do you kind of like start to like not care about like the people you know supporting what you're doing? Or did you feel like the people around you were supporting what you were doing? Did you market towards them, or like?
No, to be honest, like in uni, all the people that I was cool with, including guys that we went to school with as well, they were all backing it.
Yeah.
It wasn't a thing of like, this brother's like a nerd or whatever. The guys that I used to live with even, they're the ones that like helped me do my whole computer setup and everything. I don't know anything about computers, so I was just like, yo, I want to start this streaming thing. They were doing like computer engineering and stuff at the same uni as me, so they just came to my yard one day, fixed the whole computer and that. They would like watch the streams on a regular. They would like be in the chat on a regular as well. So I never really had a situation where people like weren't backing it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, that's really good to hear, because I think like the main narrative that you hear like often is like, oh, your friends are like, you can go and, you know what I mean? People always make the argument that
they
like,
always say like, there were haters until you started.
Yeah, exactly. Now everybody wants to touch the hem of your garment. Yeah. So no, that wasn't the story.
That wasn't the story.
That
I'm
was
afraid.
not the story. Yeah, apologies. Okay, cool. So like you do these novel like YouTube videos. You then start getting onto Twitch that you never like had done before, basically. Kind of like talk to me about what it took to be consistent doing that. Because one thing I want people to know, and I know like you're going to dive into, is that like Twitch and YouTube are two different things. Like they require two different things. Do you know what I mean? Like in terms of time and everything.
Yeah. I would say with Twitch, obviously you got to have like a rough sort of schedule thing so that people know when to expect you each day and whatnot. I would say it's the reason why I like it more than YouTube is that YouTube, you have to be 24/7 like energetic, like doing something at all times for that, let's say 10 minutes or 20 minutes of the video recording, and then just go back to your like regular self. Whereas on streaming, you can just turn it on, waffle for like 3-4 hours, be comfy, chat about life, about secondary school, about uni, whatever, whilst you're doing stuff in the background. So it almost becomes like a podcast for some people. Like they'll be listening to it. There's guys that are like, yo, like I'm at work, but I'm listening to your thing, or I'm watching you, whatever. Or, I can't lie, a few guys have said they're in school and they have it open under the table or whatever. But either way, it's definitely difficult to like try and make sure that every day you've got something to do though, right? Because you don't want it to get stale where you come on and you're just like speaking. So,
and especially like one thing I noticed as well is that FIFA itself has its own seasons.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? So if that's the game you're playing, it's not there's not always new cards coming out. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So it's like I've seen you play other games, for example.
Yeah, summertime is like when FIFA dies down on Ultimate Team. So a lot of people definitely struggle with like that part, because naturally your numbers will go down, viewership will go down, because people don't care as much to watch FIFA in August or whatever. But I think it's a case then where if you are an entertaining person, whatever game you jump on, people will still back it. Maybe not to the exact same amount, but people should still...
Because it's still you.
Yeah, like it's still me at the end of the day. Whereas other people, maybe their main thing on streaming is that they have like a very specific, skill in, let's say like trading on FIFA, for example, right? If people want to know about trading, they'll go to so-and-so, they'll go to so-and-so for the first few months. But then come when FIFA's done and no one cares about trading, what are they going to do then?
What are you going to do?
I mean? So you have to try and have like a different thing each time and just keep it fresh so that guys don't really get bored.
And they have something to come back to. Yeah,
Mm.
I think that's just super interesting because again, like I think when I looked into Twitch, and found out that like even to become, I think a Twitch affiliate or something, you need like a certain amount of hours, basically.
Yeah, affiliate is the easier one. It's the partner that's like a tough one. Affiliate, you need to stream other things like 12 times in a month. You have like 50 followers and you have to have like an average of 3 viewers. But like when you deep it across Twitch, the amount of people that don't have average of 3 viewers is mad. Like there's so many that will literally be there with like 1 viewer and it's like their phone, like watching themselves, or like their brother or their parent or whatever. But the partner one is the one that's like a proper grind for everyone. Like if you get that little verified tick, like you are in like the top like
how does it help
0.1% of Twitch. In terms of helping you, to be honest, like
is it like an algorithm and then like once you're verified, like because I know once you go onto Twitch right now, you can see people.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? So does it work in that way as in you're more likely to appear?
I guess so, yeah, you're more likely to appear in like little search things and whatnot. You get like a slightly higher percentage of your revenue.
Oh, okay.
You get like more like perks and stuff for the chat, that they can get things and little emotes and badges and whatever.
Emotes, just for the people that aren't familiar with what you're talking about, like
they're like emojis.
Yeah, but like of you, right?
Of
Like,
anything, like whatever emotes you pick,
okay.
you can just like you can just make your own emote.
I see that like quite often.
Yeah. You can make them whatever you want, and then like the more you grow, the more emotes you're allowed to have or whatever. You get it? So there's like partner is not really like life changing itself, just getting the tick, but it's more like you've achieved something that many millions of people would like love to do already. So for me, like nothing changed. Like I got it. Cool, well done. Like let's carry on and go further. Because there's people that have like thousands of views. Like I want to be
where they are
on that kind of level.
Yeah. I think that's like super, super interesting, honestly, because it's like for people to sit down, in my opinion, like I think one day I remember there was one stream you did in particular where you said like, it was like for 7 or 8 hours. It was a long stream. It was a very, very long, and you tweeted like right after it finished, basically. And I was just thinking there were people that stayed with you in some other part of the world to just like engage in what you were talking about. Do you know what I mean? And I think like one of the things I definitely wanted to ask was like, do you feel like Twitch, and maybe not so much Twitch, but definitely YouTube has kind of skewed the way we think about like just reach? For example, like if you have 100 views on YouTube video, if you imagine this room now with 100 people in it listening to you, you would be ecstatic. Do you get what I mean? But definitely. Most people, it's like, oh, if they only have 100 views, it's like, that's not that. Do you get me?
No, it makes sense. I think it's obviously the videos that we watch the most on YouTube are going to be the ones that have like the 100Ks, 200Ks, 300Ks. So naturally you think, this video might just be meaty. But like you said, the reach is like it's still impressive to have 100 views on a YouTube video, obviously. But I guess it's not what people are aspiring to do, because that's not going to make you crazy money to have like 100 people on the YouTube video. That's why.
Cool. So before we fast forward to like the competition and everything, obviously you spoke a little bit about revenue. When you become partner, you get a bit more. I think it'll be interesting to just dive into how revenue works as well, like on Twitch and perhaps YouTube as well. Yeah,
sure. YouTube one is pretty simple. Like depending on the time of year, like obviously Christmas time adverts is more money and whatnot, but roughly like 1,000 views is like $1. Something along those lines. Like it might go up, it might go down to like 50p, it might be £2, whatever. But that's basically the rough thing there. So if someone's posting a video every day and they're getting 1,000 views, $1. But obviously you have bare videos in the background that are still going and going and going or whatever. Twitch is different. People can subscribe to a channel, and it's not the same as YouTube where you just subscribe for free. Twitch, you subscribe for, it's like £4 or whatever, and then the streamer gets half of it. So you subscribe for like a month.
Interesting.
Like most people, when you tell them that, it's like, why would I pay to watch my man?
I know exactly. If you use Patreon, for example.
But in general, people like will say like, why would you pay to watch my man? Like when I can watch it for free. Do you know what I mean? It's not as though like there's hidden content.
Oh wait, hold on. So they're not getting any additional content?
No, what they're getting is literally like those emotes that I was talking about in the chat, and like the badges that show they're like they're like an OG. Like by their name, it would say like, yeah, this guy's been subbed for like 2 years. So when someone comes in, yeah, like they rate their thing. Do you know what I mean? They're like, oh, that brother's an OG.
He's been there for a long
He's been
time.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't actually get like a crazy amount of benefit from it, but people just do it because they want to support the streamer they're watching.
Yeah.
Because if you deep it, we might slap, let's say $10 or £10 or whatever on a Netflix account, and you watch it here and there. But if you're watching someone for like 100 hours a month, suddenly £4 is like, yeah.
It's not that much.
Yeah,
right?
I'll firm that. And then you get people from different countries or this country or whatever that watch you, and they have bread. And they will like gift subscriptions to people. So they can like...
So they buy subscriptions for other people?
Yes. So like on any given day, someone can just come and be like, boom, 20 gifted. And it goes to 20 random people.
And then do they have to, is it a perpetual subscription or is it
So like each month you can renew it. You don't have to.
Yeah.
You might not have the bread for it 1 month or whatever. You can subscribe for free as well if you have Amazon Prime, but that's like a different one. You still get the same £2 of that every time. So at the end of every month, they add up all your subscriptions.
And then they send you half.
Yeah. And then you can do like ads and whatever, but that's just...
kind of wider marketing, basically.
Yeah, that's all like extra and stuff. And we have this thing called bits, which is like an in-Twitch currency. So you can give someone like 100 bits, which is like £1 or whatever. But all of these things give the person like badges and all these cool things to like flex or whatever, like, yo, like, look at what I'm on in this stream. Or they might just want to just like support the person they're watching. There's people that literally will be gifting me subs and they won't say a single word. They won't even say anything. They just give subs and then carry on about
just
their day.
Generous.
Yeah, they're just like, just nice people. They're like, nah, I rate his thing. I want him to
do well
to
really.
make it.
Yeah.
So.
And I think like it's funny because like the way you're describing like those types of generous people, obviously in your head, to most people, they probably may not understand why people are acting in that way. But even as you're speaking, like I think it's super normal, like as in what people are doing. Because when I think about music, for example, I hate when people think I've just started listening to someone that I've been listening to. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
I hear what you mean.
Like,
I hear what you
and
mean.
it's like right now, obviously, I mean, not to turn this into crypto and everything, but now there's like things being made for like music lovers to show how long, you know, like we've been a fan for. And it's like, I just think that's like human, like nature, like really, like you want to be able to know, you want to be able to show people that like, I've been a supporter of this person for a long time, you know what I mean?
It's basically invest in your stocks.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
exactly.
I was there when my man was on 0.00
Exactly.
whatever. Now,
Exactly.
look where he is now, whatever. They kind of are hoping that you'll reach.
I think that's super interesting, man. So you're doing all of this basically. How long were you streaming before the email came in?
A year and a half.
A year and a half.
Yeah.
Is that normal? Like, would you say? Yeah, it doesn't sound normal.
It's not. To be honest with you, like, obviously there's people that I know that have done it way faster than I have as well. But most people, to get to the partner level, well, most people don't get there at any point ever. But I would say like, I don't know, 2-3 years to get to partner is reasonable. I think I did it in...
Sorry, it sounds like we're talking about a law firm.
Yeah. No, partner. Like, to get the whole verified thing or whatever.
Yeah.
Mine took like a year or maybe like 10 or 11 months or whatever. But it was like 18 before I got the email stuff.
Cool. So now let's take it back to where we were before. So you get the email now. You find out more about the show. It's in Berlin, basically. How on earth do you get to Berlin? You know, what's it like when you land?
Yeah, so obviously I didn't even know who was going to be there, innit? So I'm thinking like, is it going to be just a bunch of like bang outs that just sweat out FIFA? Or is it like entertaining people? So I didn't know Wagwan. Then I'm at the airport now, actually. I forget which airport, but one of the London airports. And someone DMs me and they're like, oh, are you going to Berlin for making the squad? I'm like, I don't know, like, am I? And then he was like, oh yeah, because I'm going there too. I'm so-and-so.
Wait, did they see you at the airport?
Yeah. So someone saw me who was also going there.
From the same country?
Yes, but I didn't know him as a streamer like that.
Oh,
so
okay.
he recognized me.
Oh, wow. So you're already famous by that point.
No.
Yeah, because all the time in the airport and
no
one's stopping me.
Well, by this point I had like the blonde hair and everything, so it was quite bait that like.
So it must have been the hair. Is that what you're?
I don't know. Maybe he just recognized for whatever. But like I I wasn't looking around for anyone. I wasn't expecting to see anyone there. I thought it would maybe like one from every country or whatever. I don't know what to expect. So we've got there now. Obviously quarantine, so we had to wait in a hotel for a week. And everyone was like looking through the little like what's it? The little peepholes and that. And I'm seeing other brothers like through the thing. I'm like, oh, do I know mine?
Oh my gosh, with the fisheye, you know the people like fisheye as well.
Yeah. I'm looking through and I've seen one brother order McDonald's when we weren't allowed to order anything.
Oh, no.
I'm like, all right, fairs. But I knew 3 of the people there. Because again,
so wait, hold on. Let's just even pause there. So you weren't allowed to order anything. How did you eat?
Literally, they would like, bro, it was like prison. We'll be just there in our rooms the entire day, non-stop. And at like 9 a.m., 1 p.m., and I don't know, 5 or 6, they'll knock on your door. And that means there's food.
Pass you one tray?
No. It's on the floor. They'll knock on your door. That means I've put the food on the floor. You can go and get it when you're ready.
Oh my God. And you have to wait for them to leave, innit?
No, you don't have to wait for anything, but like no one.
You don't want to open the door and
yeah. So like more time, I'll be sleeping at 9 a.m. or whatever whilst I'm there. So I wake up, there's no knock on my door because I'm still sleeping. I'll open the door, I take the bag.
What's in it?
And then, a good question. Sometimes it'll be things that just, I say, yeah, do you know what? This is fine. Like, I'll give that one back.
We can manage. Oh, wow.
Yeah, no, some of the things I was like, nah, this one it's not getting eaten because I can't even go and get like fresh air to allow it or whatever. So that's why this one brother, one time he just went on Uber Eats here to go and get McDonald's. And I could smell it, and it was like 10 p.m.
Was he across like the hall from like where you were?
He was like opposite me, me. And I could smell it like in the hallway because we were like at the end, innit? And it was 10 p.m. and I'm already hungry because we don't get food again after 5 p.m.
After 5 p.m., you're not allowed to eat until the next day.
Pretty much, well, like whatever's there, like they give you a lot, right? But like, but you don't get another meal again, or you don't just go and bang cereal or something like that. Whatever's there, that's it for the night. So my man goes and gets McDonald's. I said, okay, fairs. Me too. I just opened the app the next morning. I said, all right, let me start ordering food as well. So then we finally moved to the house. Everyone's like,
I need to know what was in this bag that they brought, as in the food that they brought. I need to know.
How do I even explain it? There was like some. It was like some sausage thing, but it was like, it wasn't a regular sausage and it was mixed in like.
Oh yeah, you were in Germany at this point though, right?
Yeah, but usually like all them Bratwurst and Frankfurters and that, they're calm, innit? Yeah. But this one was like mixed into like some cream soup thing and it wasn't going. It wasn't going. And then there was like some fish thing as well. It wasn't like adding up correctly. So I was like, yeah, I'll take that biscuit and the croissant and just starve. I'll manage. My stomach will be just rumbling, but I'll firm it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so you move into the house. I assume before you moved in, you were practicing.
What, FIFA?
Yeah. I mean, you knew it was FIFA that you were going to be playing.
Yeah. No, so one of the people that was there with us, I knew of him. He was like a big streamer-ish already.
Did you mingle with the people that were in the hotel?
No, you don't contact anyone apart from like. The people that drive you back and forth or whatever, you don't do anything. But I saw on the like guest list, I saw some brother's name and he saw my name. And obviously like my surname is just my name everywhere. I don't have like a ex sniper dude or whatever. Like, if you see my name, like you know it's me. Yeah. So like we messaged each other, we're like, yeah, let's just run a bit of FIFA or whatever. If I was to fast forward it, fun enough, he's a guy that ended up playing in the final.
Oh my
in the final of everything.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So we get to the yard, we meet everyone, but like it's bare awkward because we don't really know what kind of greet. Like, is it like a handshake thing? Like obviously COVID and that, but they didn't want any mention or anything of COVID. So there's no masks on the show. There's nothing. You won't see any masks anywhere. And they're recording straight away, and they're like, okay, so. We're gonna record you opening your suitcase now. Can you get your toiletries out, please? And I'm like,
the toiletries. You're saying you bought the Lynx Africa?
Yeah, I'm like, well, I can't lie. If I open this suitcase, probably there's hella boxes here. So let's not do that. Ideally. Yeah. So they're moving around, recording everyone, saying hi. My name is this. My name is that. Whatever. And then we have like a night there where we're just chilling, like get to know each other, whatever.
This is in the house.
In the house. There's 10 of us, so we get like assigned to our rooms and whatever. And then the next day, that's when the whole thing starts. We meet Philly at like Berlin Stadium. Everyone's gassed.
What was that like? Yeah.
For me, especially because like I was the only one that like proper like would watch him on a regular before that. Some guys were like, oh yeah, I think I recognize him. Like
They definitely didn't know who it was.
yeah, exactly. Like, no, some of them knew. Some of them were like, oh, I've seen him actually.
But they weren't like avid.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. So I was just there like gassed, whatever. But again, everything's just like being recorded, innit? So you have to still be.
You have to compose yourself.
Yeah,
just a bit.
I can't be doing like knee slides like
Yeah,
yo, Philly. Remember that time you made that joke on Foot Asylum? Remember that joke?
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, let me
Just keep it cool.
Just be sensible and whatnot. Yeah, episodes progress. We're doing challenges. We're playing FIFA. The actual FIFA playing was like probably the most stressful part because you are in like a little arena.
Yeah.
And you don't know that like if you lose, you could just get sent home straight away. You don't know how it's working yet.
Yeah.
They haven't even told you.
Yeah.
And my first opponent actually was a girl.
How was that?
Yeah. So I was like, I don't know what to do here.
Because?
Because like realistically, I knew she didn't really bang out FIFA that much like that.
So did you get an opportunity to kind of talk to people before the
Oh,
games?
No. So here's how it works. So on one day you would do a challenge. Whoever wins gets to pick who plays who, right? So if I win the challenge, I can pick myself to play against someone who I think is rubbish, and then I pick all the rest of them.
Oh,
so
okay.
maybe I would pick like the two best to play each other, so that one might go. There was bare tactics or whatever. But the guy that won, he picked me to go against her because he didn't want to be the one to like, if he has to go and win 5-0.
He didn't want to be cooked on socials.
Yeah. So obviously, like we were quite cool already, and it was a thing where. Like if I was to play mad serious, I would probably score like quite a lot of goals.
Yeah.
But we didn't know if it's like a knockout elimination
Or like
thing,
a
like what the rules
friendly,
were. Do you know what I mean? So we just thought it was like who can be maybe even the most entertaining. So we made it like a fun match to watch, like in the arena. We're talking like beefing each other, whatever. Whereas the others, they will play their game in silence.
Just like proper.
Yeah. People were even like snoring like on the stage and whatnot about how like bad it was that I was only scoring one. So that's when the next episode, that's when I was like, okay, cool. You man will see today, this will be my episode.
Yeah.
That's when I had my pre-prepared shirt, the white always me from
Yeah,
Balotelli.
yeah.
I had that underneath, and obviously when City beat United 6-1 that time, like that's when he did it. So I said, cool, you man watch. I told someone there, this guy that everyone's gassing up, I'm gonna pack him 6-1. I went there, 6-1. I've put the shirt on like that. I'm looking around at the cameras, I'm like, I know you man saw that as well. I know, like I was. It was a bit rude, but at the same time, it was for entertainment, isn't it? Like I've got a penalty and I've turned around to the crowd. I've told Philly, yo, should I go left or right? Where should I go? Whilst my man is sitting in front of me, like waiting to try and save the penalty. I said, okay, cool, brother, I'm going right, and he didn't save either. So that was when guys realized, oh, okay, this guy's like somewhat serious, but. I wasn't the best FIFA player there at all. I was just there like for vibes.
That's interesting. So it's like there are games behind the games.
Oh,
basically.
yeah,
Like, whilst there's one game you're playing, which is FIFA, then there
yeah.
are separate games that are going on, mind games.
Yeah.
that
There's
are
the
going
mind
on.
games, like even the challenges that we do. Like I said, I don't know, bouncy castles, whatever.
I remember one you had to kind of speak to people in the street.
Yeah, we're doing so we're in Berlin. Obviously, people are, they're mostly just German speaking, and we're going around in public in like the city center at lunchtime, commentating on what they're doing. So let's say someone just like buying fish, for example. You're commentating on that person buying fish, and then like your voice is rising as they're about to pay the money for the fish. So it's just basically anything that gets you out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
And then they give you the scorings and who wins and whatever. Or we had to like, I don't know, be doing like artwork or people are doing yoga, whatever it may be, You just gotta like, first and foremost, make sure that you are a fun person to work with. Because there's the camera crew and the guys that are doing your mics 24/7 and their lightings and whatever. You don't even be like, yo, this guy was like a bit of a waste man, or he was a diva or whatever. You wanna be like, at least friendly and on vibes and whatnot, and just easy to like, I guess, be
Just to
around
work
or
with
whatever.
and be around,
So, and then the next part is make sure you do something so that even if you don't win the whole show, somebody watching it will be like, yo, that brother there, like he's funny. Let me bring him for this thing. It wasn't until there was like 4 of us left that I deeped it that we had like a press conference thing actually. 3 of us, sorry. There was
I
three of
remember
us
this.
left.
I remember this episode.
3 of
Yeah,
us left, and
yeah.
there was like a press conference with like the guy from like the owner of Pringles, the CEO of G2, Philly was there as well, and they were like, it wasn't like, oh, how does it feel to be here? Oh, what would it mean to? Nah, they were like grilling you with questions, and I realized like I was the only one that was like not nervous at all to answer them. And the answers I was giving, they were just there like.
Fair enough.
Like, fair enough, man.
Yeah.
Like, I hear it.
Yeah.
And at that point, I was like, do you know what? Like, I slightly won this thing. And the one guy that was like the best at FIFA of the 3 of us, he got sent home that day. So the 2 of us that were left, the guy that I met in the hotel, we were like evenly matched. So I had no idea whether or not I'll be the one that would win.
Yeah.
And now it comes back to the point you were asking about my parents earlier. The night before the final, again, there's 10,000 on the line, a contract with G2 for a couple years, all of that stuff on, a best of 3 final on FIFA. I've called them. My mom's just chatting to me. She's like, yeah, good luck, good luck. Oh, by the way, have you been applying for jobs?
The day before the final.
The day before, I'm like, just give me some encouraging vibes or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, she was backing it and
Of
she
course,
was like very supportive.
Of course.
But
that's from her heart. She
yeah,
asked you
yeah,
from
yeah.
her heart. Like,
She was
I
like,
hope
oh,
you've been,
by the way, you've been applying for jobs, right?
yeah, this thing you're doing,
I was like, okay.
have your fun.
Like, at least shout me tomorrow. And be
Yeah,
like, oh
yeah.
when you're back on ends, like, apply.
But don't you think that helped? Do you get what I mean? You know what you have to go back to if you don't,
I mean, to be honest with you, I already knew because I had started my masters, and I had so this took place around like November time, and exams are December. So I knew that if I don't win, I'm going back to do exams like a week later.
You're prepared.
That I haven't revised for, I haven't done anything for. I already was struggling because everything was like online, and the resources they were delaying to bring them out. So I've already known, like in my head, I win this or I go and continue on my masters. But like that's when it became like by force, like I'll win it. So that's why you will see me in the final go back to wearing just shorts and sliders.
Yeah.
Because it was a mind game by that point, and I saw how nervous the other guy was. Like we were very cool. Like even now we're good friends, but I saw he was nervous. Everyone's wearing like their jeans and their fantastic trainers. I went there in shorts and sliders for like, I guess you could argue one of the biggest days of my life or whatever. Even the CEO guy and everyone, they're looking at me like,
you came here.
this brother's crazy, but I rate it. This brother, I'm just there with AirPods in, walking around in sliders, and it's November in Berlin. It's not like warm.
Yeah.
It's cold. But I said, nah, I'll play how I would play when I'm at yard.
Yeah.
In the end, packed the guy in. We didn't even get to a third leg.
See, you didn't even say it gracefully, you know what I mean?
No,
Yeah,
because you know what it was?
Pack the guy in.
If anything, the directors in that year, they were
Yeah.
not happy because they were saying like, we wanted it to be like
an
one
intense
person
match,
wins,
yeah.
then the other one wins, and
Yeah.
it's like who's gonna win? I said, nah. Like you got all of that. The first few episodes, I was doing like a bit of banters and that. Now, I want my 10K, so
Yeah.
I'm playing properly.
Yeah.
So it was 2-0. The guy didn't even score like a single goal. Finished it, hugged whatnot, like.
And just
GGs.
quickly before you talk about like actually winning and the trophy and everything, I remember when I spoke to you, like when it aired, basically,
Yeah.
that like you were talking to me about like the actual mind games during the game. So you were saying that like you noticed he was defending in the first half. You know what I mean?
No, it was a thing where everyone knows that like I don't play FIFA boring. Like I like to just be at your neck, like mad pressure. And obviously he'd seen that. He'd been watching all the previous.
So he must have been studying you as well.
Yeah. Oh no, like throughout that month, people were in the house with like 8 monitors around everywhere in the kitchen. People were playing. Me, I didn't play until like, again, the final 4. That's when I realized, maybe I should like
Take this
start
seriously.
practicing a little bit because I might have a chance of winning. So we start already planning in our heads like, okay, if he gets a choice, he's gonna pick this team, he's gonna pick that team, he's gonna play like this. So when I've seen that he's like trying to just take it easy and relax or whatever, and not go high pressing or whatever, I said, cool, I'll do the same thing. We can both just sit here and wait.
Yeah.
No problem. So now he's confused. He's like,
Why is he not like,
what's going on here?
moving?
Then the second half, I said, okay, let me just take it up a little gear real quick. I just started go like that.
Yeah.
And then by that point, it was too late. But he took it well. Like him, he's the kind of guy that like we knew it was gonna go 50-50. Like we were very
I'm sure
evenly.
it would if there's only two of you playing.
No.
It could only either go
there wasn't like a massive
But I get what you
favourite.
mean.
There
It wasn't
like a favorite.
You couldn't look at both of you in the beginning and be like, he's definitely
Yeah.
gonna win.
Like if you had to ask the producers like who will win this, they couldn't. Like,
they couldn't tell you.
A coin flip.
Yeah. You're missing something out though.
Go.
So I remember when it came down to even choosing the teams, there was a mind game that you played basically because. Do you remember? There's something to do with Liverpool. Do you remember this?
Oh no, but that was the other guy that got sent home.
That was someone else. Yeah. Tell the story.
Yeah,
though.
no. So basically, we get to pick what teams we use or whatever, depending on who wins the challenges. So we write our names on a piece of paper, like who we want, and the two best guys, they were playing each other, and one of them was like very arrogant, very like he would talk about it every day, right? Like even in the house when we're just chilling or something, he'd be like, oh, remember that time like I beat you that time?
Yeah.
And I was like,
yeah.
all
Thanks.
right, mate.
I do
like,
remember. I do recall.
Well done, mate. So this time he's got in his head the two best players. One of them has picked. They've both written Liverpool, right? Now one of them is like, actually, do you know what? You have Liverpool. I'll change team. And they're like, no, do rock paper scissors. Like one of you, it's fine. Like one of you will get Liverpool. And he's like, no, trust me. You have Liverpool. It's fine. I'll beat you anyway. Meanwhile, afterwards, he told us he was never going to pick Liverpool anyway. He said, I was going to pick Bayern
from the beginning.
But I just did that to just get into his head. So I was like, these men, they're playing some, I don't know what kind of theorem that we're seeing here. But it was working. He beat their brother. He sent him home.
And then what's that like to even have people that you're building a friendship and relationship with? Because you're staying in this house, like, for how long was the actual...
Like
I mean, obviously
month.
it depends on where you come, but like
Yeah. It was like a month. For me, it was like a month. Some guys had like 2-3 weeks.
A couple hours for some, I imagine. But
no, even they got to like stay for like a week.
Oh, okay,
like you get sent home, but you just stay at yard.
Oh, okay, cool.
You can't come outside with us.
Because like for me, it's like, what's it like seeing people being sent home that you've built a relationship with? Like once you live with someone, it's different. You know what I mean?
I think early on it wasn't that difficult. Obviously, it's like it's like a week or whatever. Like you're gonna have to hold that. Like you did get sent packing. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But then after a while, you feel a bit bad. But at the same time, like you didn't come here to come and like make buddies or whatever. Do you know what I mean? It's like they always say, you're not here for buddy, whatever. I'm here to like get this contract thing. So when they get sent home, more time it was like nobody was like celebrating or bare happy.
Yeah.
Like, it was like it wasn't
one.
Like, there was only that one time when the whole Liverpool thing happened. When he got sent home, even the producers, they were doing knee slides back at the house. They were like,
because they just weren't feeling him.
Yeah.
So was there a time when you thought you were gonna get sent home?
Yeah. There's one time out of like the 8 episodes, I think it was like episode 5 or 6 or something like that, where I had to like, I thought I had to win my match to stay in. And somehow, I was matching against like arguably the worst one that was left, this Don. And he was like 4-1 up. And I'm thinking, what on earth is wrong with me? You know that,
I think I have talent.
I'm just there like, what's all this about? How's my man doing that?
Yeah.
And then I look outside like the arena thing, and there's the producers even. And they're like, what are you doing?
You're messing up the bag.
So I was like, all right, saying that. So I make it 4-4. But I'm still like, the game finishes now, it's a draw. And I'm thinking like, long day, I'm out. You just see me like, I'm sitting next to Philly back again in the audience. I'm just like that for the rest of the thing, watching the other games. And then I found out there's one last game between these other two. And like, it was a very specific outcome. If somebody loses by 2, then I survive. Right? So they're in the arena playing now and it's 1-0 and I'm like, brother, please bag another goal. I'll buy you.
Did they know this?
Whatever. Yeah. They know the whole situation, they know the circumstances. But I didn't get it at first. I didn't even like bother calculating it until someone told me like in my ear. I was like, oh, fairs. So now it comes to like 88th minute. It's still 1-0 and I'm just there sitting there on the camera. And they've got the thing in my, they've got the mic like that in my face as well. They've got the mic there and the camera's on. I'm looking like, you should probably move this out of my face now. Yeah. And then he bags the second one, and I get up and I start yelling, I'm roaring, like I'm celebrating more than ever, And then he comes out of the arena and that's when he's like, oh, that wasn't very polite what you did there, by the way.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and it was like off it was off camera initially because you don't start recording until everyone's seated to like have their little interviews with Philly. But they quickly put on the camera, quickly, let's put this on. What's going on? Drama.
Yeah.
And I was just there like, I don't know what you want me to do. Like, I'm happy to be in.
To still be here.
And then the part they cut out, Philly's like, oh, I can't lie, like, don't be salty. Like, you'll be doing the same thing.
Yeah.
If it was you.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, fair enough. So.
It's intense. It's
And
intense.
it was like every day your head is fried because they weren't telling you what was happening. It wasn't like you have like a schedule of here's today, here's tomorrow. You wake up, they come through, and they're like, all right, here's what's happening. So there you go.
It's interesting. Okay, so you win now. What's that like? You take the trophy. What's that like?
Was blessed. I FaceTimed my mum. She was like crying and that. Her colleagues thought that like she won the lottery or something.
Yeah.
she was there crying on FaceTime and whatnot.
Yeah.
Everyone was gassed. Obviously, I sent the video of like me with the trophy to like a few people that I know wouldn't bait it out. Obviously, for the next 3 months until the final airs, I can't say anything.
Yeah.
So I go back to my regular streaming.
Just as if it's a normal day in the office.
I can't be like, yo, by the way, you man, like, I just won that 10 racks. Like, I don't know.
Get your money up.
I don't know. I couldn't buy like new cameras. I couldn't do nothing. So now it gets to February. I have the whole announcement thing. Everyone is just going crazy. They're gassed. And then that led to all the like mad opportunities that I've had in the last like
Lovely.
year or
So where are you now exactly?
Now.
Who are you with? Who are you working with? What types of things are you doing?
My favorite things to be doing at the moment, Ralph Lauren hosting stuff. Like from times when, back in the day, guys are buying like, fake
This
Ralphies
is what I want to say.
that.
Ralph had us in a chokehold.
So I'm saying the big
So to be
ones
working
with,
with them,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
And they're blessed as well. The first time I worked with them was at Wimbledon.
Wimbledon. Had you ever gone to Wimbledon before?
No.
Exactly. We're not going to Wimbledon.
Yeah, that's not my ends. But I'm there, and it's like people often will be like, "Oh, just be like I don't know, try and be like professional, whatever." And like me, I'm professional, but the same way I'm speaking to you now is how I'll speak anywhere. Like I don't care what environment. I'll still be comfy around anyone, but I'll speak how I want to speak. So they've introduced me now onto the live part of the thing, and I come on wearing the outfit and whatnot, and they're like, "Yeah, come on, gang, yes,
in Ralph Lauren,
in Ralph Lauren." And then the event finished, and the person that was like producing, she was on the phone to like I think like New York or whatever, where like the big bosses are, and she was like, "Yo, by the way, they were loving it, like they were so happy."
Is it?
They sent me like flowers, they were sending me outfits. I was like, it was just me just doing gunshots. Like I was just on vibes.
This is a normal day.
So then they brought me again to Berlin one this time to host something there for Ralph Lauren again. But this time I was like one of the main hosts. So I'm reading like off like an auto cue thing now that I've never done before. So anything with Ralph, I've loved that. Adidas, there was an advert that I recorded for them for like the new boots that came out. And when I start seeing like the people that were retweeting it, in terms of
right?
Jude Bellingham like post it, Joao Felix post it,
crazy,
like bare like young footballers that were in the video were posting. I was like, right, this is like, you click on their Instagram, you see my head there, just somewhere. So that was like, obviously I was gassed about that. Then they sent me to Wembley for England versus Germany, and obviously me, England, like I can't lie, I don't really care too tough for England like that, but when Saka was there, I had to come and back my boy in it. So for that like 2 weeks, I was the biggest England fan. Loving life there. Other than that, there's so many things that like I'm sure I'll like forget stuff.
And there's probably, of course, there's more like in the pipeline as well. Do you ever have kind of like dreams beyond like just like specifically streaming? Because now like hosting hasn't, I guess it's similar, but it's not, you're not streaming. Like, you know what I mean? You're doing more stuff.
The people that I look up to are the like young Phillies, Harry Paneros, Chunks and what. Like I like what
who
they're
you've
doing.
met as well, both of them. Which must be kind of crazy.
It is. It is quite mad. You go from watching them and they're just there like in the same room or whatever. But like I want to be doing that kind of stuff with like real footballers, doing stuff outside. Like obviously streaming, I love it, and I would like to do it. I would like to stream in my free time, not stream as like that's my means of making my money or whatever. But the more that I do these like other events with, let's say like Wimbledon or whatever, anywhere that I'm out of my comfort zone, the more that I impress people, the more opportunities that I'll get elsewhere. And then gradually, you get
Fashionable.
Yeah, you get more things that can come your way. So I'd love to do the presenting thing more. And one that I decided like at the end of last year, I think I'll be a sick actor, you know.
Oh, 100%.
Slyly, I want to get on Netflix.
I swear, guys, I don't know what camera to look at, but listen, there are too many people that we know that are fresh for this acting industry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, honestly, I feel like there's a lot of talent, like, in the part of London that we come from, like, genuinely. And I agree with you.
That's like the ultimate one. Like, see me on Netflix on like Snowfall or something. You see me active. But for now, I just keep doing my thing, the hosting, whatever, streaming, YouTube stuff as well. And then we just take everything as it goes.
As it comes.
Yeah.
Amazing. So one last kind of like piece of advice for like people at home, perhaps like aspiring, you know, streamers, aspiring hosts, for example, like what would you kind of say to them? Maybe they're where like you were like couple years ago, thinking about doing it, because you know, and this is so ironic, so many people that wanted to start it.
True.
Many people that wanted to start
Some names come to mind.
That for one reason or other did not start it. And it's like, how can people kind of like get over that like level of procrastination? If there's one last thing you can say to people, like what would that be?
I would say like you have to just start, fam. Like, it's one of them ones where nobody can force you to do anything, right? So you have to just start your thing no matter what your setup is. Even if it's like a little webcam, one laptop, whatever, start it, see how it's going, because that's the part where you're in like your learning phase. You can't come and back out like a 1K camera, computer worth 4,000, and then there's like one man watching or something. Do you know what I mean? Like use the time where you don't have that many viewers to learn what is and isn't working. Obviously, people might judge your thing if you're not like on crazy views, but at the end of the day, everyone had to start at that same point. If anything, like me, I'm nowhere near where I want to be either. And even still, I think back, I'm like, there's people that started this 3 years before me, 4 years before me. Had I started then, the level maybe I could be at, because I think that like maybe I do my job better than them. But to be fair to them, they've been putting in work for years before me, so I can't be entitled to what they're on. So the same, someone starting now, you can't expect to have like a couple hundred or 1,000 viewers in a year. You got to start from somewhere and make sure that you provide something unique and entertaining. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, I don't think I could even say anything more than that. So, where can we find you?
Can find me on Twitch. It's just my surname, Amenyah. Instagram is my surname as well. YouTube, the same. Twitter is the only one that's G2 Amenyah. Branding reasons and whatnot. You know what I mean? I had to do it to get the verified tick. So I'm happy to risk that and just throw the G2 in there, no problem.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm anywhere, man. You probably see my face more often, hopefully.
100%. So guys, there you have it, episode 4. We are your favorite pajama people, and we hope we've inspired you to put that job, experience, situation to bed. Good night. Oh, that was really good. That was really good.
Was it good? Like,
yeah, that was really good. Like I really enjoyed. Yeah, you know what I mean? And this is what I was saying to you, Fash, before about like getting like completely different people. Do you get what I mean?